apparently they make you put on pants in the Warframe Villa. I didn't know about that. No one told me. I was wearing shorts and the cameras right there and the angle wasn't good. I'm Jeff Grubb from giantbomb.com. We're back for another couch segment. The show, as always, has been brought to you by the Annapurna Interactive folks, and thanks to our friends over at Digital Extremes. We're gonna have a good time here with this couch segment. This is one I've been looking forward to for a long time, because I might have heard some stuff about this. I was excited.
Yeah, you did.
All right, let's talk about it. Rashad Redic, how's it going?
It's going good, man. How are you?
I'm real good. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah, this is good
Thanks
stuff.
for having me.
Absolutely. Bryna Dabby Smith, did I get that right?
You got it exactly right.
Thank you so much for being here, Bryna. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. It's a good day.
Yeah. Riana Manuel-Peña, how you doing?
I'm really good.
Good. Danny Peña.
I'm exhausted, but good.
I'm glad you're here. You listen, we don't have to do much. We can just kind of stare for a while if you want. You all announced a new game today. How did that go? How did that happen? How are you feeling about it?
Great.
We're breathing.
I'm
We
feeling
can say
great.
the words Wu-Tang outside now.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
Wait, were you actually afraid to wear anything like Wu-Tang related for a while? Someone might ask you about it.
I had
People
this
look
shirt
afraid?
in the closet for 3 years.
Yep.
Yes, because people talk sometimes on the internet.
Listen, that was a long time ago. So I was I don't know. I thought that was right, and I'm glad it was real because I was legitimately excited about it.
Thank you.
I guess let's tell people about the game real quick, because I do want to talk about it. What is it? What's it called? When should people be expecting it? Give me all the details.
Yeah. It's, all right, he's looking at me. It's Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver. It's an action RPG with an anime aesthetic. It is with the Wu-Tang Clan. Ghostface Killer is the creative lead on their side and cares very much about this game.
Good.
It has, no surprise to anyone, an amazing soundtrack. But more than a soundtrack, it's really got the DNA of the group. Jess Blaze is our Director of Music and Culture, and he's overseeing all of that and actually making it really part of the experience. So it's not just music layered on top. It is really, we built a world that's based on their lore and based on the larger than life personas that they built, and did something that was worthy of that.
Yeah, it's that came through for sure. You guys got to tease a little bit so far. Do you guys have plans to show off more? Is it when can people see more?
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
I gotta go back to the kitchen and cook again.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a few developers on the couch, and I'm like, this question keeps popping in, but other things happen, so I haven't been able to ask it. I'll ask you.
Yeah.
As your team is working on stuff, and then you have to come out to something like Summer Game Fest and now talk about the game and have something ready to show off. How distracting is that from the day job of actually making a video game?
It's a nice break.
It's a nice break.
It's a nice break.
All right.
Like you're in the kitchen cooking a meal, and eventually you gotta tell somebody what you're cooking.
You gotta smell something else for a while, yeah.
Yeah.
It was overrated.
Yeah, I bet.
And you go out and you kind of see what the initial response has been, and it's been great, and it's sort of validating, that all these decisions you've been making along the way are like the right ones, and that when people see, the game, that it feels as authentic as it should feel.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So when you all are get the chance to work on a Wu-Tang game, and you're going to make it an action RPG, how do you come to that conclusion? Because to me, it made a lot of sense, but I kind of want to hear from your perspective. How did that work out?
It just made a lot of sense to us too.
Yeah.
It's just an organic thing, right? It's like, when you think about musical groups, there are very few, if any, that represent themselves in so many different entertainment spaces, whether it's, a TV show or a film or comic books or, other games and stuff like that. And so they have this mythology and legacy that just sort of lends itself to being that kind of game. And so it's just an easy thing.
Should I legitimately think of character classes for each member of the group, or what? How does it work?
I wouldn't say character classes, because you create your own character. So it was really important for us to allow the player to express themselves personally in the way that they want to be, and how that sort of clips into the universe at large is still, we haven't talked much about it, but I'm pretty confident that fans are going to be happy with the way it all comes together.
Yeah, and then Bryna, you were saying that the music becoming a big part of it. How does that like express itself in the game, and how do players interact with it?
Yeah, so Just has broken the songs down into stems and then made them interactive. And our music team, led by our incredible audio director, Caleb, has done a great job of building a dynamic music system and working together with him to make that music actually amp up your experience. So he's taking the original songs, so you get to hear the catalog that you know and love, and then also doing amped up remixes of them so you can layer onto it. It is the most seamless that I've ever seen that done in a game. It's never been done like this before. So you almost don't realize it's happening until you start to feel that it's actually reacting to your actions in the game.
And how does like Ghostface Killah interact when you guys are working with him? Like, what ideas does he throw out? How does that work?
So the game came about because they have a movie in development called Angel of Dust, and they're creating a universe around that. And they said, we want a game for this universe. There were some elements of that the original script that really lent themselves well to an interactive format, and we leaned into those and made sort of a beautiful companion piece to that movie. So Ghost cares very much about this game. This is his baby, but we care about what he and all the guys think about it because we're representing them. So they have to love it.
Yeah. Wu-Tang really does just kind of seem eternal in a lot of ways, like
Forever.
Yeah, ever relevant and stuff like that. Yes, forever. What's it mean to you to be able to like work on something like that, work with a group like that?
I think it's amazing. Like, you know, it's like, you know, me personally, like I come from the same culture. And so to be able to work with somebody who's given so much to the culture and be able to give back in my own ways, like amazing. Like, yeah, I don't really know like what else to say, but like it just feels like the right thing for me to be doing.
Sure, yeah. Absolutely. Any like details you guys can share about when, where, why, how?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Cool.
yet.
Hey, gotta ask.
We can't wait to tell you more.
Yeah. And now that we've had this face-to-face conversation, don't worry, I'm not going to say anything anymore. We're good.
Well, now you can.
We're chummy. Yeah, that's how it works.
Well, we can't say coming to PC and consoles,
Sure.
wishlist on Steam and Epic Game Store today.
Yes.
Oh, so it's available for wish listing now.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, well,
Yes.
that's a call to action right there. Everybody,
Yeah.
get to work. Danny, you mentioned you retired. It's been a lot of work. I'm sure you got a lot of other things happening as well.
Yeah. It's just you know, I'm still doing the content creation stuff, right? But I know last year we were with you guys talking about our business. That was like our first year that we started, you know. So, and I've been working with Braslani even before we launched our business, you know. So it's been going well. But I'm still creating content, still doing interviews and everything, you know. So it's been great.
Yeah.
Busy weekend.
Busy weekend.
So are you like booking appointments and taking care of stuff?
And doing this, yep. So I've been
I don't
moving
know.
around a lot.
You have more energy than
Yeah.
anyone
I've
I've ever
known
met.
that, but still, it's impressive.
But it's fun, you know. Like this is like a dream project, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I remember going to my first show in Miami, 1993, I think it was, 93, 94. Still have the same flyer from that show, and you know, from that, and then interviewing some of the Wu members in Miami, New York, and then now this project is just like full circle, you know. So
Yeah. How you feeling about Summer Game Fest so far?
it's good. I think it's good, man. I really enjoy the show. There's a lot of horror games because I love horror games.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so can't wait to play those. You know,
Yeah, everyone
so.
seemed to be pretty excited about Ill.
That's the one that
really good.
stood out to me. And also, I'm excited to check out Resident Evil, the new Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, you know.
Of course, yeah, that looked
great
really
way
good.
to end the show, you know.
What do you think, now that you work in so many different areas, what do you think, I've been asking everyone this, but I'm curious what people think. What do you think the thinking was when they're like, hey, we're not going to show it, maybe just wait a blink of an eye, and then they end the show with it? Like, what do you think the move was there?
I think it was a great wow moment for the crowd, you know, for the fans.
Yeah.
You know, I think giving it a hit was okay, right? But just the energy, people hearing, you know, watching the trailer at the moment, people went crazy there, you know. And also, even when we showed the teaser too, that was like a special moment too, because I remember in the back there was like a lot of folks from New York, and they were just screaming. They were like, "Oh my God, wait, RZA, what, Wu, what?" So. That was a cool moment, man.
This is that, like, you know, doing the reporting and stuff. I get asked about a lot of stuff I said a long time ago, and this is one I do get asked about a lot. So it's like good that I could just point to something now, like, go check that.
It's over
out.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I do have to mention that today the final tour of Wu-Tang starts today in Baltimore, right? Is it
Baltimore. Yep.
So we're showing also the teaser in every tour
That's
stop.
awesome.
Yeah.
Stage
that's
Every
fantastic.
night. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I think
a
that's really
dream
cool.
right there.
Yeah.
For sure. Rihanna, how are you doing?
I'm great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seem dead. She seems she does have all the life in the world. Are you a vampire, Riana?
Probably. Jury's out.
How are you finding Summer Game Fest? How's this been going for you?
It's been wonderful. Honestly, it's great to get FaceTime with these two, and
Sure.
there are also some other folks from the dev team in the crowd who was really great to see their energy and like celebrate that moment with them, and you know, like you know how exciting it is to finally talk about something, but until you see, you know, 50-something people like in a Discord, like, okay, it's coming up. Oh wait, it's not that one. Oh wait, it's coming up, and then it happens, and everybody's like, yeah, the chat. Like, it's just such a magical moment, and I've been out of dev for a few years, and it's just really nice to come back to that. So that's why I'm so pumped.
Our principal effects artist Kwame said today on the chat. He said, now my heart lives outside of my body.
Yeah, I put it all in the
Having a
project, and
baby.
now it's out there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. Actually, I love that.
Yeah.
It's cool seeing the support from everybody too. You know, from just the industry overall, people from the dev side, marketing side, and also just gamers just been coming up to us like all day long, like, oh my God, congrats! Oh my God, I'm a huge Wu fan. You know, so
There's Wu fans coming out of the woodwork, by the way. Like, so many people are like, I don't know, like undercover Wu-Tang Clan fans, but
I know they're pretty loud.
Well, now.
There's a lot of tattoos.
Now we know. But yeah, it's really funny when we're able to finally like walk up to somebody and they know what we're working on. Like, I've been listening for years, and I went to this concert, and I have this flyer, and it's fun to see these worlds of like music and gaming coming together. And now film is part of this universe, and it's just really a beautiful storytelling tapestry. And I'm just glad to be a very teeny little part of it.
Not so teeny.
Yeah. Do you guys think this is something that's replicable, like where other people that are like, hey, we make music, we like games?
Glad you asked that question.
You were ready. All right.
I've been describing this as a new genre.
Yeah.
Because it is very unusual for a music-based IP to be used in this way. It's generally either like on the beat, like a rhythm match,
game,
or it's something where the player is required to be on the beat, like in some way.
Like Hi-Fi Rush, stuff like that. Yeah.
Right, which is very
We're not
cool.
like
We like
that.
that.
Of course, yes.
Like our game, like interactively remixes itself alongside the player according to what they're doing to the minute-to-minute gameplay, and the combination of them and the action is so unusual that I do think there are going to be people who are going to be like, I could probably see like a Metallica action game, or I could, see this or that. And so, I think that it's going to create its own little like niche.
I was with the panel earlier and talking to him about like how I'm feeling about. I'm not sure personally how I feel about like completing games these days, and the reason for that is I really do view playing games as play. Like I'm going to be playing, and I had a revelation recently where I was thinking about that. It's like, I don't play an instrument because I played saxophone when I was a kid, but whatever. It's like playing music. It's like playing with an instrument, and I just want to be able to jam out with a game.
Yes.
Get in line with what it's doing, get on its wavelength, and feel like I'm interacting with that in some way. Or like a good game is like playing along with a great band. I think that's like a lot of Nintendo games for me.
I
like
have a game for you.
Yeah. Hey, do you now? Do you now? All right.
I do.
Yeah, I can wish list it now on Steam, I believe.
Yes, you can. And Epic Game Store.
And Epic Game Store. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, like, do you think that that's something that people will glom onto, get that idea pretty quickly?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just an organic, natural like fit. Like when it's something you don't have to think about. It's a very accessible thing, so it's not like I gotta like be like up down left right, or blue yellow red, like, or short long short long, like all the ways that you have to match something. It kind of fades into the background. It's just about like grabbing your friends and having a good time, and the gameplay it's made to be as long as you want, so it can be a little bite-sized thing, or it can be an epically long thing. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah, you know what it reminds me of as well is like Tetris Effect, where it's like that's a game where I was playing that, and it's like, oh, this is where the art is made in games. It's like when the audio and the visual and the gameplay all kind of meet together.
Yes.
It's like I could play Tetris anytime. I could listen to this music anytime, but when it's all intersecting and I'm the one causing it to happen, it feels magical. So it's like, but now with an action RPG, like, that seems pretty, like, to me it sounds like a difficult thing to pull off. Has it been challenging?
I mean,
games are hard.
Games are always challenging.
All right, easy question to answer. Sure. How has it been challenging?
hard.
Balance is hard.
Yeah.
So finding, and I'm not the designer, I'm not the creative. I get
you
to
hear
do the
about it,
business
though.
side.
Yeah.
So it's finding the balance of making it accessible and still giving it the challenge and the layers that people expect to be able to continue to get things out of the experience, and to make sure that it doesn't feel repetitive and they're getting something new out of it every time. And with us, I talked about what Jess is doing with the music. People want to hear their classic cuts. They want to hear that catalog, but they also want to hear something fresh and new. And being able to deliver on that is amazing.
Yeah, I believe it. So, as you guys get ready to reveal more, is it is all that happening pretty quickly, and then you guys get to go back to finishing the game, and it's just a sprint to the end? What's that look like?
I gotta go back in the kitchen and cook.
Gotta go back in the kitchen and cook, huh? Yeah. Is it like you can see the end? Can you see the light at the end of the tunnel? Is it like, oh, the game is really coming together now and there's just a few more things to take care of? Or what's that look like?
Oven's preheated. I just got to put the dish in there, shut the door and wait.
Really? Okay, it's that far along? All right, good deal.
We're at the point now where we love the game ourselves, and that is a big deal. Like, there's the hardest part of game development. Rashad and I both started in the industry 25 years ago, and the hardest part of game development for me is the middle. It's not the beginning, anything is possible. You can make whatever you want. At the end, you know exactly what you're doing. And the middle is when you can't quite see the shore. You know it's out there and you know you're doing something, but you can get lost along the way. And we're just at the point now where, we're far enough along that we know what it is and we know it's good and we have a lot more to make, but it's amazing.
It's fun. And you
fun.
definitely can't say that about every step of
Yeah.
development.
Game development, yeah.
That sounds like a slog there in the middle. I can imagine that. I think that's one of the reasons why, like, when I'm doing stuff like this, it's pretty instantaneous, right? We're live streaming, it goes out to people, I get instant feedback, and I imagine it's like, well, what if I had to go work on a game and be quiet about it for 5 years? That'd be really difficult for me. How do you get through that? How do you kind of get through the slog?
I'm gonna let you go first.
For me, it's the team. Our team is amazing, and we've built this team. We were 3 people when we started. Now we're 53 people across the U.S. and Canada, and they care so deeply about what we're building. You look back at the work that they're doing and what's going into the build every day, and how much heart they're putting into it, and you keep going. Like, it matters.
You mentioned the number of people working on the game. That was a thing that came up a lot during SGF today.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you're the right size, that this is a good team size for making a project like this? This is something, again, replicable that other people could look at this?
Notice how many teams were in the 50th range?
Yes, I did notice a lot. There was 8, but then the rest were like 50-ish.
Yes, we caught that one too.
Yeah.
You're saying that it kind of naturally gets to that point, right?
There's benchmarks when you're building a team. So you get past 25 people, it starts to change. You get past 50 people, it starts to change. You get past 75, it changes again. Like 75 to 80 starts to get much bigger. And at the size we're at now, we are, a few people we could still really add to the team.
Of course.
But we've really leaned into our external partnerships as well, so that we don't become a 150 person team.
Right.
Because that's just huge and a little unwieldy.
That external partnerships, is that something that's changed for 50-person teams recently, where that's something that is more viable, or is it challenging in its own way?
It is challenging in its own way, but one of the things that I think we did really well is we spent the early part of development sussing out those partners and trying those things out and finding out what worked for us, so now we can lean into those partnerships and we trust them to scale with us.
Yes, I believe it. Danny, what else you got going on, man? I mean, you said you're making content, you're talking to people.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm excited to play this weekend. Luminous, the new Luminous game.
Okay, yeah.
Because I love Tetris Effect Connected.
Yeah.
Love that game, love Enhance. So I'm going to sit down with the team, I believe tomorrow, so hands-on for the first time.
I think we're trying to get Mark on from Enhance on here, Mark McDonald. Yeah, so we'll talk to him about it for sure. Yeah, I haven't
seen him in a long
I know.
time.
Yeah, it's been a minute for me as well. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Luminous for sure. That's one that I couldn't figure out, but then I played Medios, which they made it like just after that, and that's when I really was into. And then it's a DS game. You're moving the blocks side to side to connect it to make the music, and then it was a DS game, so I started scribbling on it, and then I was beating the game just by scribbling on it. I'm like, I just ruined the game for myself. So I'm like, I should learn Luminous, because that's the one that people seem to really jive with. So I'm going to try that for sure. Anything else for you, Riana, that you're looking forward to?
Honestly, FBC Firebreak, I am...
And Mike on earlier from there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like very intrigued by that world. I have been watching Danny like wax poetic about everything from Remedy for years now, and I feel like this is the one to get me in, because I'm a multiplayer girl. Like, that's my favorite way to play, and I am interested to see what it's like to be in that world with other players, and the chaos and calamity that's going to ensue. So that's my biggest one for sure.
Can I ask you a broad question? How are you feeling about multiplayer games right now? They feel like they're in a moment that's like undefined in some ways.
Yeah, I can't comment widely on what is going to happen in near future, but I think there's a moment happening right now that feels very similar to what happened after we came out of the pandemic, where people are looking for more genuine connections and for their support system, right? There's a lot happening right now that's challenging for a lot of people, and we're just trying to get through each day. And I've realized that a few of the people that we play games with have started to kind of get a little bit more regular and like, hey, is anybody playing? Like, I just want to talk, I just want to hang out. And I feel like if we can focus on those groups of people who are just really trying to connect and build community no matter where they are, I think that'll maybe help multiplayer move forward in a positive way.
Yeah.
That's how we met.
That's literally how we met.
Oh, what were you playing?
Apex.
Legends.
Wow.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. Apex is one that's also in like a weird spot, right?
It
It's
is,
like,
yeah. It is, and when those game systems become a little bit more focused on profits and less on the time spent and like the experience you're building, I think it gets less personal, and everybody's just looking for a personal connection.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, I just got the wrap markers, so we'll get
I thought we
to.
were just getting started.
I did too. I was having a good time, but Jeff Bakalar rules with an iron
Like
fist.
a Jeff After Hours podcast.
Well, we can make that happen. Let's do it. That sounds good. Thank you all so much for hanging out.
Thank you, Jeff.
That was excellent. I am really looking forward to the game. So
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll talk again soon. Thank you all. Thank you all for watching. We have plenty more happening here from the Warframe Villa, including I'm going to send him to the Tenno tub. Jan, I don't know.
This word.
We'll see what happens. We're going to go to the Tenno tub. Thanks to our partners at Warframe and Digital Extremes for making the Tenno tub happen, which we'll see how that works.
It's just water.
It's just water.
And click. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.